For the 100% cheapest coins on the internet with reliable delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 21 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to talk about 4 things you can do to get a beta code. Now, as you guys know, the Madden 22 closed beta is available right now. You can literally play Madden 22 early by getting a code and getting into the game. Now, obviously it's not the full game, but you can literally play regs. You can actually get into mud as well, so there's a bunch of things you guys can do in the beta. Let's talk about 4 things you can do to get a code. Also, just want to say thanks for the support on the last video. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed this one. Helps the channel out so much, and it literally just takes 1 second out of your day, so scroll down and leave a like. Alright boys, now let's get into this one. Now, the way you guys are going to redeem this code is really simple. All you're going to do is you're going to go into the PlayStation or Xbox store. You're going to go to the place where you can redeem a code, and usually people are going to be putting in codes to get like their PlayStation gift cards or Xbox Live gift cards, but you're actually going to be putting in the code, and then it's going to allow you to download the Madden 22 closed beta, and that's what you guys do once you get the code, but getting the code is the challenging part. Now, the first thing that I would recommend you guys do is check your email that you have linked with EA Sports. A lot of people literally got accepted into the beta and got an email from EA, whether they signed up or not. So even if you signed up or didn't, go check that email that you use with your EA Sports account. Now, a lot of people probably linked that email years and years ago, so it definitely could be an old email. It's the same email you used for MUT Rewards, so I would definitely recommend you guys check that email out, check the spam section, check the promotion section, and there's a solid chance that you've got a beta code in there. If you have an email from EA, you've got a code. Scroll down to the bottom, that's exactly where the code's going to be. So for those of you that don't know, quickly check that old email address. Now, number 2 is giveaways. There's a whole bunch of people that are either getting codes by method number 4 that I'm going to talk about, or that got codes and don't really want to use them and are giving them away on Twitter. Guys, if you didn't know, Twitter is literally where the Madden community lives. I will leave my Twitter link down below in the description, but I would recommend you guys make a Twitter account or go on your Twitter account and maybe get on a burner, so like a giveaway kind of account where you don't mind retweeting stuff. Or if you don't use Twitter that much, you can use your regular account and then go into the search bar and search in stuff like Madden 22 beta, search in stuff like Madden 22 beta code giveaway, Madden 22 beta code, and there are going to be a lot of giveaways on there, a lot of giveaways from accounts that aren't that big, which is kind of what you want to target. If you find an account that maybe has like 100 followers, you retweet their giveaway, maybe there's like 10 people that retweeted it, you have a solid chance at winning that giveaway and then getting the beta code. So that's what you guys want to do for kind of the second tactic right here. Now, tactic number 4 is by far the best one to do. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the video, but tactic number 2, go on Twitter and start retweeting those giveaways. If you go on Twitter for, I would say, like 15 minutes and you retweet giveaways by going in the search bar and filtering it down, you're probably gonna win something, especially if you're retweeting these giveaways from accounts that are a little bit smaller. It's not like regular giveaways where you're giving away money or you're giving away coins. This is something that a lot of people got for free and they're like, you know what, I'm probably not gonna play this, I might as well give it away, and there's so many people doing that, so I would recommend you check that out. Now, number 3 right here, this is something that honestly is going to work better than you would expect, and that is people just giving away their codes who don't have the next generation consoles and signed up for this beta. Now, that happened a ton in the comment section on my video yesterday. I was shocked with how many people gave away their codes and stuff like that. So if you have a code and you don't have a PS5 or you don't have a new Xbox, go ahead and drop a comment down below in the comment section, and if there's anyone on that console who's looking to get your beta code, go ahead and reply. That happened, I would say, at least 50 times in my comments of my video yesterday, and there are a ton of people that signed up for the beta and didn't know whether you needed a next-gen console or maybe aren't as interested in playing the beta. There's a lot of people in that situation, and if you are in that situation, I prompt you to go comment down below. Maybe try and get in contact with some of your friends who might have gotten it and aren't on a next-generation console, because there are a ton of people that are willing to give away these codes. It just takes a little bit of searching to find the right person. Now, the final thing to talk about right here is something that I talked about yesterday. This video, I just wanted to make sure that all the bases were covered for how you can get these codes, and it's probably gonna be my last video talking about this on the channel. I will get into some other specific Madden 22 news a little bit later, and some of my thoughts on the beta as well in coming videos. But like I was saying, the final method right here, this is the EA help method. This is by far probably the most effective way to do it. Now, check out the video I posted yesterday, and there's a couple of very important things to note that I didn't really mention mention in that video, and I probably should. Now, the first one is that people were using that beta code that I showed in the example far too often. What you have to do when you're going through that method, which I'd recommend you guys watch, is you are going to want to use a different code than the one that I use. So don't use the one that I talked to EA with. Go through and maybe find a giveaway from like Zerk, find a giveaway from like Mutality, or anyone that posted their beta code on Twitter. And once you find a code like that, it's like 100% going to be used, but you can use that code and you can use it when you're talking to EA Help, because it's going to be a new code that they haven't seen before. It was just a little bit suspicious when everyone was putting in the same code, and if you put that code in, it's more likely than not that it didn't work out for you. But for people that used other codes, I got a ton of comments from people saying it worked, which was just awesome to see, and a really good site. Now, another thing to talk about is make sure you guys are not logged in. I had so many people getting issues because they were actually logged in with their EA account when they were going through and doing the EA Help method. It is going to work a lot better if you are not logged in, and if it doesn't work, you can actually try and go again if you're not logged in, because they're not going to have your case record on file. As you guys go through, if you're logged in, you can see your previous cases with EA, but when you're doing it this way, if you don't get the beta code from EA, it's not going to register as you opening up a case and trying to get the code, because it's not actually linked to your account. You're just using a random name and a random email address when you're going through, and you're doing it without being logged in. And final thing to mention, a lot of people were worried they were going to get in trouble from EA for doing this. I honestly couldn't see how they would do that. When you guys think about it, the whole point of the beta is EA wants as many people as possible, or not as many people as possible, but they want people playing the game and giving them feedback. So the more people they can get on the game, especially people that are going through these steps and taking a couple of hurdles to try and actually get into the game, it's clear that these players who are trying to get the beta code, like myself, are people that are fairly committed to the Madden franchise and obviously enjoy playing the game quite a bit more than just the casual player. So getting as many of those people as possible on the game, I don't know how it could be a bad thing for EA. It's just getting them more feedback and making sure that Madden 22, when it actually releases in a couple of months, is the most refined product as it possibly can be. But those are kind of the 4 things you guys can do to potentially get yourself a beta code and play Madden 22 early. I hope this one does help you out. Obviously, I would definitely recommend that you guys watch that video from yesterday. That video from yesterday is going to give you the best step-by-step guide you can get to the EA Help method, because it's going to go through literally every single thing you need to click, every single thing you need to type, and it shows you exactly what I did to get myself a code by kind of finessing EA. But the other 3 things we talked about today can definitely get you a code. Check that email. You never know, man. You literally could have a beta code in there just waiting for you. Otherwise, check Twitter, check the comment section of this video, check some comment sections of other videos that have been posted on this topic, and there's a lot of people either giving away codes, people that maybe got a code using the EA beta and are like, you know what, I want to give this away and maybe gain some followers on Twitter by forcing people to follow. Definitely a solid strategy you can take. If you want to go through and do the EA Help method and then give it away on Twitter, that's totally acceptable as well. And then a lot of people just have the code and are like, you know what, I don't have an next-gen console, or I'm not actually going to play this, and they're willing to give it away. But that's going to do it for me. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Scroll down and leave a like, hit that sub button if you are new, and until next time, boys, I am out. Peace.